di nyanta chwa emre bia am discover free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer eye easy eye convenient eye fast and sounds so free won't you hwe me discover aye mapim tap send Intienne also download the tap send app no ewo mobile phone so free na fesika komo abusuafo wo Ghana fa na nyina tap send papa no
everybody check now check it the beat is real don't will make it kill ya get your green select glucometer and check it sugar level check it green select glucometer check it sugar level for check it reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tutu nani etina ka mu kwantin akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo owo so to mfa sika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota la pass ekosi nsawam Jumidale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers safa drinks insure enyane anase ade bia wo pebia so ukoton ko ade a ene bebia wo se wutu mu a eye Jumidale. You can locate Jumidale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jumidale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Okay, so today we are playing a 3-man squad here on Showbiz Daily, and I know when it is a 3-man squad, then automatically I also become a pandit. So I'm sure going to be part of the conversation proper. I'm not going to just be asking the questions. If it becomes necessary that I also become a part of it, sure, I'll do that. My name is Sammy Flex. Welcome to Showbiz Daily, and you are watching Showbiz Daily on Sammy Flex TV here on YouTube, and it is only the platform that really sits down, we discuss the real issues in our showbiz space. You don't get it anywhere unless you tune into Sammy Flex TV. You know how we do it. And today is going to be a special day because so many things. A little bit of beefing here and there, a little bit of positivity here and there. And in our space, it is a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that makes the mighty ocean. That's what we are about to do. With me in the studio, I have Roland Amate. Roland Amate is a blogger, he's a reporter. He's also into events, joining us to do the reviews and the discussions and the extreme end. I also have man like Young Barrister. Yeah, Young Barrister, I hear, has gotten some new love in America. And they just can't get enough of him. Young Barrister has gotten a new love in America. You see the rhyme? Yeah, the rhyme bad. And also I have my guys behind the scenes, Digital Rasta Coin Currency, as well as Richie Flex, Emmanuel Fori Lapiji, and Gideon Neelam Tessin, who are making sure that whatever we plan here, they will package it and push them to you so you can also enjoy real showbiz. A guy was telling me the other day on Twitter that I have no idea the way we release their stress. So he came on Twitter, and on the day I think I had posted just 2 videos. He said, plus I've been 24 hours and you've just posted 2 videos. He said, hey, how many videos?
Content, yeah.
I see you don't have an idea how your platform has been helping me to distress. Okay, we can't do anything than to just keep them coming. And thanks for the support, thanks for the love so far to all the people around the world who have been loving and supporting what we do here. We really appreciate you guys. God bless you. Now on the items, we have more. Miss G has spoken. King Promise has spoken. Abeiku Santana is in the news. Mzbel is in the news. And we'll also be looking at some of the things we have to do in our showbiz space to get numbers. And yesterday we started a discussion on CTV where we were looking at how we can boost our numbers to look good when it comes to our songs, our music videos. But then, what should award schemes consider? Should award schemes also consider numbers, or they should consider quality even without numbers? Because if we are to enter into any award scheme, someone will look at how many streams you have, how many maybe views you have, how many days, and it is going to be like that. So no matter how good your song is, if someone has more streams and views more than you are, the probability that that person will be nominated in a category is far bigger than you, despite your quality song. We spoke with a gentleman who says he is music technologist, Solomon Apiasan, and he discussed with us the good and bad in what we have to do. Let's go watch it briefly. When I come back, I'll pick the views of my people, then we can run away with it. Let's go for it.
What do you suggest should be the prime focus for award organizer? Because Sammy came from the intro. What do you suggest should be the prime focus for award organizer? Because Sammy came from the intro. Almost numbers the appeal of the song, traditional radio and TV. How are people consuming or playing the songs?
Right.
Which one do you think should be their focus? Should they consider the numbers online and answer almost other ones, knowing that they see the online numbers now do not a fake? It's more fun taking decisions.
Say about fakeness, sir.
Fake into brackets, though.
Yes, into bracket. I feel say every medium on bet me you see can be influenced. Because even with radio play, say me know you're fine. Now we bought Newman, now you're programmer. Who bet to me the minimum back could be a film. That doesn't mean say you big. But to me, yes, sir. There's been songs, sir. A man for to make a wake me who meet you. It's because ya shed that bossa. We were hokra unconsciously now we took chorus. So aside streaming, any other means to media consuming can be influenced. So it becomes difficult to say it should have more attention or not. But like I said earlier, data source I will choose as an organizer. The authenticity of that source is critical, which was beyond every reasonable doubt. The method you fast the data so say airplay can you want to consider airplay. How did you come about it?
Okay.
For instance, airplays can even come or can be counted if the songs are used in adverts.
Okay.
Because airplay. So if you ask someone to just collect airplay for you, now the person is not technical enough to be able to build systems that can filter this. Obi nyuma promo for a product B can become number one.
Okay.
So every
because
source,
adverts no
yes, a bossa. Yes, a bossa. So at the end of the day, every source you choose, you should have people who know and understand how to tell which ones should be considered and which ones shouldn't be considered.
All right, so that was a conversation that was started yesterday on CTV, one of the shows produced by Flex Entertainment Limited. And I want us to continue with the convo here. He says he's a music technologist. We are music consumers. We consume, we are not technologists. And what he's talking about, numbers, award schemes, I don't know what my panel members will add to this discussion. Ro, I'm sure you can come in now.
That's, I mean, the guy has spoke really, really well. He's very intelligent. He knows what he's about, and when he's speaking, you know, he has a lot of information. And so, with the topic on board, I don't think he is far from right. It is what it is. It
is what it is.
Award schemes in every medium, award scheme be decided say they are going to choose their source from, or they are going to collect data from. Like he said, a human institution. It can be influenced,
manipulated,
one way or the other. But then, say because awards scheme na far to who say this is what they are going to do, and because of their credibility and the fact that they serve as a big endorsement to the people that they want to endorse, no, they shouldn't joke with it. Gone were the days when social media was sort of a complement to traditional media. Now it seemed to be even overtaking the powers of the traditional media system. And you know, same in that same light that now awards, gone were the days where it was a very big, it still is, but I think said the euphoria for awards, you know, is gradually going down, and it is as a result of people getting some sort of eye-opening as to some of the operations of these award schemes. Some of them are very bare and glare in the eyes of people, and it be one because it is a human institution and they are prone to mistakes. Some people tend to use those mistakes against the scheme, which is making other people lose interest. Until not even in Africa alone, the likes of Kanye West, at a point, also some plaques into a WC.
And in recent times, I read a script, or better still, an article from someone who was also saying what you are saying, that now the value musicians put on awards have come down, or have gone down. So all because the musician is looking at the number of streams you get more than what awards
he's going to win. But first, na award streams or the streams is a complimentary award. But now, even the award schemes themselves now depends on some of these artists for some sort of validation. Okay. And it is becoming the other way around. So if you are an award scheme and you want to forgo numbers, it will be very difficult. And looking at the fact that most of these award schemes also base their strength on public appeal, if you want to forgo numbers, it will be very difficult. With the issue of, okay, now people boosting and others not doing, which is making some people get the upper hand, me, I think it is a standard practice. It has been there. It is just that it has now been moved from manual to automatic. Okay. That's how it has been. It has now been moved from manual to automatic. So you see people who used to do promotions on radio and on TV back then, to the extent of even paying what we call payola, so that they can get an upper hand over their colleagues. Yeah. Yes, it is the same way which has been transferred into the digital world, where people now, if you only have the cash or the ways and means, you can also get your works done faster, flying all over the place, even at the expense of your colleague and all that. So it is still the same thing. So the only thing we will only tell our event organizers or our award scheme is that we know now that the job is very, very tough. Now it's
tough and complicated at the same time.
Exactly, because some of the mediums that you want to source your data from, some have like so much manipulation to the extent that you can't even differentiate the right and what is not real. So we will just employ them to maybe employ the services of a real experts like Apia Sign, who can go to the back end, and even after seeing would be able to know that, okay, some of the views, when you check, sometimes we concentrate so much on the views and leave reactions to that particular product. Sometimes there are some views that do not correspond with even the reactions. You can see a 1 million view post with about 30 comments, which shouldn't be. You will clearly see, say, these are two separate stuff, and I also post so because a 1 million view post should generate not less than even 100 comments.
But what if the people who came did not see the need to comment? Because some people will come, love it, but might not see the need to comment. And
might
not see the need to comment.
But you see, in digital terms, sometimes the reaction also pushes as one of the elements that pushes that particular post or product to fly.
Yeah, I know.
So if there is enough reaction, it will automatically affect that particular product, which is why some people boost it. So it is just a probability run or a probability game. They know that, okay, if 100 people are able to see this post, the probability that maybe 20 or 30 would react to it is high. But if that same number of people see the post, and you go and see, assuming you get about 100 views with about 1 comment or 2 comments, it's still weird. So the people that watched it, what is their view on the products that they saw? How did they react to it? How do they even relate to it? It gives you no information. Which is why some people would even complain that, oh, I had so and so views and it has dropped or reduced to this place. Then you can clearly see that.
Like Zilla.
Then you can clearly see that it is either robotic or it is very shady. Okay. Because it is only a robot that can do something and undo and change it in that manner. But as a human, you can't watch something and unwatch.
I see. That was Roland Amate. Let me go on to Young Barrister. Listen to what Young Barrister also add to the conversation. Young.
Brother Sammy, good evening to our viewers. And then a special one to Dr. Anita.
Yeah.
And then Dr. George. Mr. and Mrs. George Graves. Yes. I so much love the connection now, and it humbles me.
This is a serious linkage.
Yes, I'm so humbled by the love they are showing so far.
How was White on James? In fact, we missed it.
It was marvelous.
Last Saturday we were all scattered.
I was surprised.
Everybody was looking for his head.
I was expecting the team to come around.
No, we were really coming. Roland kept calling me, but where I was.
Because we made reservations for that effect. So. The ladies that he wanted were also around.
Oh, he didn't say he wanted.
He told me that. So it was successful, and big up to the team and everybody that came through. Okay. It was so marvelous. Yeah.
Great.
To the topic, I'm one of the few people who, for some time now, have lost so much interest in the award scheme, and with regards to how the numbers are collected. Yes, and I sometimes also ask that can't award scheme organizers just pick a particular musician that they feel that has worked so like within the year and the review has worked so much that they prefer or they have seen that, okay, this person deserves an award or is worth rewarding, rather than going through all these stresses asking for
that would not be called an award. It can be called an honorary or something.
And that will even be better, because when
it's an award, then surely it is going to be competed for.
And that's what I'm saying.
When the competition comes in, then we're looking at some of the things you don't want them to look at.
And when that competition comes in, they ask for people to vote. And at the end of the day, you realize that even those that you felt actually deserve would be defeated with a vote argument or competition. So for me, I'm not just in support. With the data collection, I think he spoke so right. For now, we don't even know if, let's use Stream Music Award, for instance. We don't know their method of data collections. We don't know which kind of platform they base their data on when they want to, bring out nominees or nomination out. If you are taking, let's say, Blacko for instance, and you want to use data collection system to nominate him for a particular category, you are going to take numbers from YouTube, numbers from Spotify, all the streaming platforms, which means that he's going to top that even artists that are more visible than him, because he has the numbers online. He has every number that you can think of. He has it. And you would have an artist whose song is also doing so well, but he's lagging behind with stream. So it means that when you want to use that medium alone, one person will be, yes. So for me, I think we need to look at the kind of data that we collect when we want to nominate artists. We should, award scheme need to tell us that, okay, with this particular years, we are focusing our attention on YouTube views, or we are focusing our attention on maybe Spotify and Boomplay, then for that one, we can go by that. Or we are focusing our attention on Airplay. And if it is Airplay, how do we collect all these data? Who are those who are going to filter the data when they are collected? And aside that, how visible is the musician himself? There are some musicians, the personality is not out there, but the music, is out there. So how...
I think it happened to someone like Bless of Chocho Mucho.
Yes. The
so
music...
many people knew the song,
but
loved it, but he could pass and they won't really identify him.
And that is rather unfortunate. So we need to look at all these medium. And if it is not going to work, simply because they are all human institutions, definitely there's going to be manipulation and influence. So we need to look at it. If it is not going to help, then let's put a stop to the awards, because for now the euphoria, like he said, is gone down and it's across board.
When he said the awards is going to help, what exactly are you looking for?
When I said what?
The awards is not going to help.
Yes, because right now, gone were the days that they were looking at the awards as a way of validating the potency or the visibility of the artists. Now they themselves don't even want to be there. There are most, like a lot of our musicians lately, when you nominate them for award scheme, they don't even appear. Because they don't see, they don't see the significance.
Sometimes even the VGM, the top artists are not even posting their flyers.
Because
they are not even posting their flyers.
What influence would the award add to their brand? That is what they are also asking, and because they have seen a lot of flaws and some decisions that they felt that they are not happy with. So for now, most of them are not even focusing on the awards. We had the Mames that used to be one of the biggest on the continent. It's not even being recognized anymore. The Hades in Nigeria, yes, the light is on it, but it's also reducing. So when you come to Ghana now, even the VGMA and the Three Music now are, yes, so you could see clearly, Base Award used to be one of the biggest for the dancehall fraternity. That one too has gone down. So you could clearly see that most of these awards came in Ghana now are just coming down, because the numbers that they themselves are looking out to, if they want to use those numbers, people will start questioning them. Because if you want to put Black Hole and let's say Shatawale using the numbers game, you'll put Black Hole over Shatawale, and people will start asking you question why. Because when you come to the street, Wale is controlling the street. But when you come online, those numbers that he has, and those numbers online can't be questioned. Why? Because the robot movement, people are going to buy numbers, people are going to, and even the comment section that he's saying, there are people who will create several accounts just to come and view, and then because I'm a fan, so I can have a lot of separate accounts, go there, react, and all those things. You get it? And you cannot even filter it, because you can't authenticate who is real and who is not. So all those data definitely will be influenced. So unless the award scheme look at different way of strategizing their modalities or methodology, that way, then we can say that, okay, fine, whatever data they are collecting now, it is for okay, so we can support. But for now, even the euphoria, most Ghanaians or most patrons of our award schemes are also reducing in numbers. When you check right now, I don't think it is the COVID that has caused it. No, it is the platform. Now, most of the musicians are getting money online. So the award scheme, how much are they getting from it? How much will you pay me if I come and perform? Yes, it raises a lot of questions. So for me, let's pack it a bit and then go back to the drawing board. And yeah, like the Grammy CEO said, that most people thought that before you can gain a nomination into the Grammy is about numbers. No, they look at several things. Maybe quality, your yes, they
so if you have numbers, it becomes an automatic deal.
But for them, yes, for them, yes, when you have numbers, that one is automatic. But for them, they look at the technicality of the music that you have. That is how come a US-based reggae band will win a reggae album over a Jamaica album, and it will raise a lot of questions. So for now, if we are going to deal with that technicality, then let's look at those who are very technical in that aspect and then gather them to do that work for us. But if not, then let's forgo that one and then see how the music plays.
Well, thank you so much, young barrister and Roland Amate, for adding your voices to this. I know it was very educative. So many people loved it, especially young talent, and I know most of them will be looking forward to boost their works and at the same time convince these award schemes to nominate them. But I still want to suggest that this is the time that numbers are doing the decisions. So if you're an artist and your numbers are down, do something about it. Numbers are taking the decisions. I'm a board member of an award scheme and I'm saying this. We go sit on the table, and the moment we start looking for who has been brought into this category, we start doing the comparison. How many views? How many streams? How many this? How many that? How many this? How many that? So if you don't have numbers in this our game, you are losing out. You are losing out. And it happens to everybody, including even us as YouTubers. Your numbers sometimes even tells what business you get. If you have huge numbers, you get a big businesses. If you have average numbers, you get an average businesses. And if you have small numbers, same way, you're going to get a small businesses. So if you're an artist, your case is different. Your case is like that. Everybody expects you to get the numbers. So do well, unless maybe your target is only the Grammys. For the Grammys, they might not be interested in the numbers, but they will consider what good work you are putting out. So a word to the wise is enough. Now let's move on to Miss G last Saturday on United Showbiz on UTV, where Miss G clashed with actress, please help me with her name, Salma Mumun. Yes, actress Salma Mumun. Yeah, she's my friend, a very beautiful, cute girl like that. And in the conversation, what they were talking about, the conversation was about the fact that when it comes to the media and how we push negativity, artists are always not happy with us. Or better still, let me generalize it and say celebrities are always not happy with us. According to these celebrities, the media is just interested in pushing negativity. But because Miss G was on the platform as a media person, she did not sit down for that statement to go untouched. According to Miss G, she retorted by saying that it is not as if the media is interested in negativity. Sometimes we sleep. Ya best story at 5 for not old trendy. Why then? Now it is what you did that gave us what? The content to talk about. So Miss G thinks that, nah, it is not the media that is the problem. It is you. You have been giving the content to us. If you don't give it to us, we will never talk about that. Maybe you missed the edition like so many people did. Let's go watch an excerpt of that edition. And when we come back, I'm going to ask my people that how do we solve this once and for all? Because it's not the first time a celebrity has spoken like this. Every day. They keep talking like this every day, and the media and the media and the media. In fact, when they are even succeeding, they mention the media less. But when they are failing, then all the blame will come to the media. Let's go watch it. I'll be right back.
It still comes back to publicity. I will include. It still comes back to publicity. I will include the newsmakers, such as the writers, the bloggers, and everybody who is, you know, or war fielder, yede man news home. To say newsmakers.
Who are the newsmakers?
Platforms to say bloggers are to say newspaper, so to say radio, social media, TV, radio, TV, and all that. Me the blame no fa to me in the sense say for a very long time these people have been wanting to trend at the expense of anything.
Who? These people?
When I say these people, like the newsmakers, like the TV stations, the radio stations, the bloggers on social media.
They want to trend?
They love to trend.
Clickbait.
Yes, they want the views.
They want a trending news.
Exactly. So for a very long time, you know, idea of the general public na bad news.
But and with the Swakacho say, and I'm at her, she doesn't have to do anything featuring Bia to get attention. Me, place I mean one yet. Anyone dream from the beginning is baby or car say bloggers, no newsmakers, TV, whatever. Yeah, almost video on a lot of negative news. First off, why ne video mo say negative news? Why do you dream here? Yes. Wako mami come back. No, let me.
Mami correct you. Okay. You misunderstand me.
And they cause I coming quite na me.
You understand?
Miss G, man,
yes.
For no secret. Like make you statement no brief. Yeah.
Right. Me patch say negative news no anywhere. People won't have any choice but to view the positive. And because people are not paying attention to the positive without any negative being attached, people are used to it. And for that reason, celebrities who are not getting attention like Nana McBrown also goes the extra mile to do what they need to do to get the attention to their craft. So that is the point I was trying to.
So why are you blaming newsmakers and bloggers? Because that's what you started your narrative with. That almost per negative news. Obi tini baby. Obi akoye stand.
Na anka ye nyina ye war entertainment industry because there is no celebrity without a newsmaker. Anka ye nyina anka ye be ano ba ko na se negative news no celebrity be ye kra na ya post ya on go ahead.
No man blaming newsmakers.
And the celebrities are doing it because the newsmakers are giving them.
I will post content.
If it's working for me and it's not working for you, you can't stop me. But then
again, we are all sitting here.
Who Sama? Who Kasa? Okoye watermelon photo shoot. Now who yes say em fanye den.
Na me here because na me person me man.
You posty and you can say. Then you can. Oh my content. We only delivering what you've given us.
Yes, there is room to change the narrative.
So once you put it on a public platform,
definitely it's content.
All I'm trying to say is that yes, it is some of the celebrities who come up to post these things, and that is what gives the bloggers. My point is that if the negativity stopped being published, even when these celebrities put them up, also not put them up. I say you attention when we fool into no. Yeah.
So last Saturday was an all-ladies affair on UTV's United Showbiz, because of course we are in the month of October, and when it is the month of October, you know what we do. We celebrate women in special ways, in a drastic way. We celebrate women in a drastic way. And last Saturday, UTV also celebrated women, and they started with the drastic topics. Of course, if young barrister is around, who can talk breast more than Yo, so let's go on to the issue proper, where Miss G is telling celebrities that if you accuse us of being negative, you guys are the problem. So because you feed us with the negativity.
Perfectly said. Salma said that the newsmakers. No. We don't have news. They are the newsmakers, and then the media is the reporters. They are the news reported. So if you.
No, but I'm sure that was what she wanted to say. Maybe the wording was
okay.
She missed. Yeah.
Okay. So if the negative comes, the media is going to report it, and how you bring the content, that is what they will feed on. You get it? We should stop blaming the media for feeding on negativities. I think she also made a statement that consumers or customers don't know what they want until you give them what they want. No, customers actually know what they want. But if you give them something to feed on, they will actually feed on it because it's a new product. So for me, I'm in 100% support. The negativity would always come from our people. If it comes, they are going to feed on it. And those on the media platform that are also hungry for the negatives, they are not just there for the negatives. So if the thing is trending, They will all run like flies and go and jump on it. If they wake up today and there is no such negative news,
exactly,
they will all,
exactly what Miss G was saying.
Yes, they will all be in the space feeding. But they themselves, let's take Sama for instance. She's crying today because she feels like the attention is not coming to her. When she did the watermelon, like Miss G said, obviously she had the numbers. She had the numbers. Probably somebody had told her, say, oh, what you did is wrong. At least for now, you need to be doing this. Is it because now people are not paying attention to the business she's running, that she thinks that she's doing something positive and people are not patronizing or paying attention to what she's doing? So she is now calling the media to stop feeding on the negatives. If the negative doesn't come, they will not. For instance, if we just wake up today and we hear that Sama slapped somebody in traffic, who did it? Somebody closer to Sama will probably video and post it. The media doesn't go. How do I even use the English?
Scouting.
No, not even that word. Not even witch hunting or scouting. The media is not following their celebrities.
Okay.
They are not following them. So if in your privacy,
elsewhere, some media people follow
yes, some people are like that. They are the paparazzi, right? So they follow you. Anything you do, they capture and post it just for their own gain as well. But here in this space, our media don't follow you. You go do your thing. Somebody elsewhere, or maybe somebody among you, take a picture or a video, post it. It flies because your name has been mentioned. So it flies. Not the media. The media will now see it and say, oh, this is what you did. Hello. Oh, we just saw your post and blah, blah, blah. And then it goes there. Everybody wants to feed on it because that is the news. That is what every media is looking for. They want to find out why you did that. And the attention, you get it. Exactly. You don't go telling them that you don't want to talk about it. Now, if the media is going to feed on this same negative news, Bro Sammy, if you are the one in question, like maybe you just you did something and then your name is all over the media, you have the authority to even kill that news. If you think the news is so negative that it's going to have an effect on you, a negative effect on your brand, you have that authority to kill it. If the media calls you and you say, oh, okay, I don't want to talk about it. Another media house calls you, I'm not ready to talk about it. Another one calls you, I'm not ready. But these same people that are complaining, when the media calls them, they are ready to give interview. And in this same interview, they end up committing. Another one calls them, and they are always ready for the interviews and whatever that will come out with this same negative stuff. So if it is not the media, how do you also come out? So kill the negative and bring some positive out of it. And constantly we have been blaming people online that they love the negative. If the negative is there, they will feed on it. The same way, if the positive is there, they will always feed on it, because now they would have to switch their mind that, okay, within this week, there's nothing like that negative. There's no musician or actress or whatever having any negative image online. So let's feed on what is going on, and they will do it. They will do it. So let's spare the media over all this negative stuff. They are not the one who created it. I am yet to see a media house that will, let's say, what is the word? Consciously make an effort of creating a negative image about a musician. I've never seen, like, let's say Sammy Flex Media would just take Shatawale or Stonebwoy and create some negative news about him. No, unless there is something that is happening. Like, let's say Shatta went to take money and he did not perform. That is what happened. That is what we are reporting. So if that is not the news, what else should we report on? So aside that, they themselves are the one who created the news that people report. So unless they stop creating the news, people will continue to report it. So I 100% side with Miss G. Yes.
But there's this point that I also want us to consider. So for instance, anytime the celebrities put out these so-called negative items, as part of our duties to report them, do we also sometimes consider, okay, what will be the negative impact, or that one there, the media should not even think about it?
Okay.
Then I was reading about journalism and emotion.
Yes.
And some of these things came up that, okay, you know that what the lady has done, if you make it an agenda to push it, it is obviously not going to make her happy. But because we also want to satisfy our interests, we have to push it. So like I'm saying, at this stage, how do we manage that responsibility of knowing that, hey, why you quite mistake no? I also have power. Me power so.
And like you rightly said, the media has no right, let's say, or that authority to, look at your emotions in order to report a certain news. What they are going to do is to report whatever they have seen. This time, it's rather unfortunate that we are not trying to ask questions when we want to report stuff. We don't want to authenticate issues before we report it, because we have electronic numbers to satisfy. So if, let's say, there is a particular news going on and then Hit FM is not reporting, Hit FM's followers are going to be questioning, like, why are you people not reporting this particular statement? They are afraid that if they don't report, they would also lose numbers. Yeah, so for the media, they don't have your emotions or whatever you think at heart. What they want to report is the news. And so long as that is the news that is trending, that is what they are also going to feed on, because they have numbers to satisfy. And the media, the moment you also start losing the numbers, your brand is also reducing. So until then, we will continue to move with the numbers. So
everybody wants to win.
Your emotion is not even needed.
It's not their concern.
No, your emotion is not needed.
Okay, thank you, young barrister. Let me move on to Roland Amate and get his opinion on this as well. The media, the role of reporting, artists or celebrities, their emotions, negativities. How do we handle these two? Yes, bro.
That's a woman is not being realistic. In fact, she doesn't want to be like realistic crowd.
How do you mean by she's not being realistic?
You see, I don't know why I would pick a phone or I would do something, pick a phone, call barrister and tell barrister that, barrister, this is what I've done. And when barrister react to it or say something about it, then I go and blame the phone. That, why did I call barrister to tell him this and you also allowed the message to go through? The media is more or less like a phone or a microphone between the people and
yourself,
the celebrities, as we are talking about. That is the role the media is playing. So if that is why if there's some of these celebrities wants to know what the people are saying, how the people think about them, how the people even perceive them, they ask the media. Tell us what the people are saying, because you are the ones on the ground. You are with them. You serve as a bridge between us and them. Exactly. So let us know what they think about us. The products that we give them, what are their feedbacks? Okay. Which is why if they want to advertise, they go to the media, because they know the media has those wings to spread it across for the people. So if in that sense they see the media as just a medium of transferring news from one way to the other, then there is no way you blame the telephone. Yeah. Because if you don't do it, they won't report it.
That's true.
And you see, the reason why I'm saying she's not being realistic is that she can't tell me, she was saying that, oh, if we all tune our mind and decide that we are not going to report the negative news, then people will have no option than to feed on the positive news. Can Salma woman tell me that she's always happy?
Never.
Hasn't she gotten angry before?
Yeah, she has.
Hasn't she gotten sad before?
Yeah.
So where is that argument of you saying we should all tune our mind and say we are reporting positive news? It doesn't happen that way. And you see, I like the example Barrister gave. There are so many instances whereby we've produced content on this platform so much, and we've even had people questioning us on why we are not even talking about a particular somebody or a particular topic that is probably also in the news or that is trending. We can be talking about Stonebwoy, and Shatawale fans will come and say, it looks like this week that you are talking about only Stonebwoy. Why wouldn't you talk about Shatawale? You talk about Shatawale today, and these people too will come. Why are you not talking about this?
And they want to select what you have to discuss.
So if she thinks that the people or the consumers do not know what they want, then she's kidding. And you see, in our current state, it even makes the situation worse. You know why? Because of the way Chemo will tell you we are in the infodemic period.
Yeah.
Not
where
a part.
People are
Yes.
even using information
Negatively. And you don't blame the media. Sometimes they even need to depend on the media to quench those stuff. Because see, you can see somebody trending online or on Twitter, and media posts that you would see would even be, or articles that you would see from the media would be even reports from one end to the other.
Exactly.
What netizens are saying to this celebrity, or how this celebrity reacted to this fan. That is the only thing the media is saying. No. So you come and say something, somebody reacts, and I come and say, oh, look at Sammy Flex said this. Barrister came to insult him. Look at the reply Sammy Flex gave to Barrister. So how do you tell me that I am the one feeding Barrister with the negativity? Meanwhile, it is between you two. So if you have any problem, or if you have any worry, or if you want me to do something for you about whatever you think is going on that you don't like, you rather have to reach out to me and let me know that, oh, okay, this is the situation. This is what is happening and I don't like it. How can we deal about, or how can we go about it? How can we kill it? How can we quench it? Or even minimize the effect? That is what you do. But you don't come and tell the media that, oh, and because she's also ignorant about the ethics of the media. I'm sure if the media comes to say, just like recently we ran commentaries as to the kind of things they can achieve, or they should have achieved by now, they tell us that we can't tell them what to do because we don't know the ethics of their job, the situations and whatever they face in their job. So we can't tell them what to do. It is the same way they are also ignorant about the ethics of the media. Because sometimes they can only appeal to the media for the media to sometimes tone down as to how we
Yeah. So it is this appeal I asked Barrister earlier, that how do we also come in for them, knowing that human beings are gullible. No matter what, one day someone will make a mistake.
You see,
so in someone's mistake, are you always going to rejoice over people's mistake because you are going to cash in?
It is.
Or sometimes you can be considered and say, oh, this one, a brother goofed. Let me also manage it. Consider how I push this.
It is subjective. It is subjective, and it is not the way I would report somebody's yawa. It's not the same way you would report somebody's yawa. Sometimes it even depends on the relationship that I have with the person.
Okay.
Some people can have the best of relationship with you, but let your yawa come right now. They will give details as if they never knew. And it's like that. So you can only appeal to the ones that you think you can. The rest, you pray that, oh, they have, like they are sometimes circumspect about some of the way they do their things. That's the only thing you can do. That's the only thing you can do. No media house can force an actress or a production house to do something that they don't want to do. Nobody will do it. When we were telling our people, when we always tell our people to go and win Grammy, has any of them won Grammy? No. What has the media done to them? Nothing. We can't do anything to them. It is that same lie. So they can only appeal to the media because, see, if I always say they are even lucky. Most of the commentaries that they see, or most of the things that go online, like they see online and they think it is negative, are actually commentaries from the people. And because of social media, it is now clear in their eyes, like first hand. They get it like first hand information. First, they should know that if they were not seeing or hearing some of these things in the past, then it was because social media was not there. And if social media was not there, you see the commentaries that they ran online recently. That is the same commentaries that are being run on the streets, which is why people depended on radio stations and TV stations and print for some of these details of what the people are saying. That is why even in some print media, we have columns for some of the people who even buy the paper or stuff. Yeah. They have columns for that. Yeah. So that at least they can also write feedback for you to also know what they want, what they are also saying about whatever you did and the media house reported. So they should just plead. She should be realistic, because some of these things we can't always say that. And you see, there are so many things that they even fall corporate to. Some media houses have reported, quote and unquote, what they see as positive, and their reaction to it is not as huge as even what they term as negative. There are so many articles that people have written about them, which is so positive about their works and stuff. With that, the energy at which they sometimes screenshot the things they don't like and come and post and insult is even so stronger than how they would even, oh, some woman has gone to donate to this orphanage. See, we have about like 10 blogs that will probably write articles on this project, and the highest she can do is even post 1 or 2. But let some people, that same number, 10 blogs, write some woman has slapped this person. She can have the time, screenshot all of them and come and post them in grade. You see these people, haters, they don't like me. They want to kill my brand, they want to kill my career. So in that sense, if somebody has a very bad agenda, you are one way or the other giving the person that credence or that authentication to do more, the power to do more. So if you don't want that, it should start from them, because the news starts from them. So if they channel that good energy towards the good things that the media is doing for them, the thing will turn and they will reciprocate.
I'm here listening to you guys. I'm here asking myself or thinking about something that, with what you guys are saying, does friendship change it? So, for instance, you are a friend to a certain celebrity. When that celebrity is involved in any scandal, would you treat it as that celebrity that you are not in any friendship with? I'm here, as you guys are saying in that, yeah, the media will do it, the media will do it. I'm just taking that posture and asking myself if we are also going to be very realistic as media people. Because sometimes I hear some people say that, oh, this guy, because he is my guy.
You are not talking about
I'm being careful how I say it. But the other guy who fall into the same trap, he will not say because he's my guy. When Sally was talking about people who did not go for Empress Gifty's family funeral, she said something that, oh, is it my besties or my what?
Untouchables.
Aha! Or say, yes, this guy did not go, but to them they are my untouchables. Listen to the word though. To them they are my untouchables. So some are untouchables and some are touchables. Does this apply to every media platform that, okay, there are some favorites? So such people, when they fall into the pit, we handle them with care, take them out from the pit. Others, when they fall into the pit,
oh, they are favorites. They are favorites and you see, I don't want people to call this hypocrisy. They are favorites, which is why even the celebrities, when they're having a project, they don't invite everybody. They invite people they are in relationship with.
Another point.
They don't invite everybody. So it is that same light that we also, you see, somebody would say, oh, so why won't you be professional? And then that means you are a hypocrite. That means when something happens to somebody closer to you, you are going to massage it or you are going to do it. It is that same way with that celebrity. Whenever they are having a project or they are doing something, the people that they mostly involve them are people that they have certain form of connection with. So it is like that. It is like that in all the circles. So you can't just say that, oh, we are like this, you should take us like that. But you guys, the way you do your things there, you should change it. It doesn't happen that way.
Let me get your opinion on the friendship.
Most definitely. If I don't think I would have gotten this opportunity if not the rapport that we had. There are better people who could have even sat here today to, you know, but because of that rapport, you decided to move with me. So obviously, it is in that space and that regard that people would treat certain celebrities with some speciality. If you are not in my circle, obviously, when there is an issue, I'll probably treat you as such. And if you are in that same circle, I'll see you. And some of them, there is a musician who is so closer to you and there is some negative news flying. I'm sure you are going to reach out to that musician to find out if truly, yes.
And sometimes you get some background
information
that can be used to either make him look good or salvage the
So when you get certain details, you know how to handle the issue. If you don't handle it well, then that person will feel disappointed that I've even explained myself. I've told you this and that and that. And some of the negative news that come out, it's not directly from the person. Maybe it came out from maybe someone. Yes. So for that one, you want to verify. When you are done, you can now come out and then probably defend the person or you know how to massage the situation. But if you are not in the space, even how to get contact to even verify is a problem. So obviously, there's always discrimination. If you are not in that space, you will get your fair share. If you are in it, you will still get a share. So for them, they have to understand that networking with media is also counts. Yes. So they should know how to approach the media. Most of the musicians and the actresses, they feel too bossy to even get closer to some of the media houses. They put certain light on some of them, feel like this is a big brand, I want to associate myself. This is a lower brand, I don't even want to move with them. And such lower brands are the ones who are even going to damage you when your negative news comes out.
They shouldn't also create that impression as if the celebrities and the media are always at war.
No.
Or the media is always witch hunting them or trying to find negative news about them at all costs. That is not the case. It is about what you do and what they report. So if sometimes you even want to, yes, you might have a scandal, but then sometimes the way the media reports it will sometimes even depend on the relationship that they even have with you.
And they should.
And it is like that everywhere.
Yeah.
It is like they shouldn't. I don't want them to come and say, Ghana there, Ghana there. If you doubt, go on Google right now and type Burna Boy is disrespectful. You would see the kind of articles that are even not Ghanaian, coming from Nigeria. Even the one that we think, oh, they are hailing him, everybody seems to be supporting him. Just type it right down and you will see the number of articles that will come.
And the last one, I think that they should stop blaming the traditional media. For now, it is the social media. It is the social media. And
social media is the problem.
Yes, it's the problem. So they are not focusing on that. It's the social media that is even, spreading the negatives. When they see it, it moves. It moves. You see it on Facebook. By the time you come on IG, it's all over. You go there, you go there. Before, so the traditional media is now feeding on the social media platform. So they have to know how to promote some of these things. The way they put stuff on the social media is what they have to look at. If you don't put it there, the traditional media will not pick it from there.
Let's see. Interestingly, the relationship between the media people and celebrities, it is just like that of the police and the civilian. Yes, at every point in time, you might think that, okay, as a civilian, if I have a police as my friend, he would not arrest me when I do bad.
We'll show you pepper.
That is a lie.
We'll show you pepper.
No, that is a big fat lie.
We'll show you pepper.
The police can be your friend, all right, but be in the bad light, and he will even tell the people that I know how to get him. I know where to get him.
He's hiding.
So yes, the media and the celebrity kind of relationship. Sometimes some of our friends, they become disappointed in us because of some topics we do. Some of our friends, they become disappointed, they become peeved because but you, why did he say this? Why did he say it that way? They forget that we cannot always say it their way. Especially when they are involved in some things.
Exactly.
You cannot say it the way you want all the time. Sometimes you try to massage it all we care, but we can't do it exactly the way you want. So the media and the celebrity relationship.
No, she even said that the media should come together and make an effort not to post the negative. Have they also come to a conclusion that, okay, we don't want to do anything negative again?
We will not misbehave again. We will not misbehave again.
Well, it happens like that. We still wish them well. And I want
sure, we love them.
Yeah, we love them. I love that way. We love them. In fact, without them, we are nobodies.
Sure.
Because they are the reason we also have platforms.
Yes.
The other day, someone wrote something, say, hey, in this our industry, it looks like there are more entertainment platforms and pundits than even the people who are the real players. When the guy said, I said, you have no idea what you're saying. Yes, you might think the top guys are the only guys playing the industry, but they are not. There are other ones who are learning from these platforms.
Straight.
Yesterday, whilst we were on CTV, look at the number of people who were saying that, Mr. Charlie, we are teaching them, they are learning.
The education was
This
of the
Stoneboy doesn't need this information. Shatawan doesn't need, Sako doesn't need, but that guy needs it.
And look at the number of upcoming artists that even sent messages.
Yeah.
It's a clear indication, bro.
So yes, we can only do it like that, and we pray that everything goes well. Now, let's do this very one. Mzbel is in the news. Mzbel Asibulanga. She said the song is coming out in 4 days.
On Friday. That is
Friday.
3 days. Yeah, it's left for 3 days.
2 days.
So just some 2 days to go.
2 days.
Because today is Wednesday. Just some 2 days to go. We are listening to the song. Wow. And then Friday, day, but and Stoneboy is also releasing his Giddy Back video on Friday as well. He's actually doing an official premiere at the 3 Music premises. All things being equal, you'll be there. Maybe my people will. I will be away a little bit, but let's see if I can pass there briefly. And I'm sure I can take this opportunity to announce to all my friends, family, and fans in London that I'm coming to spend some 2 weeks with you guys. So look for me and feed me.
You should send us some small pounds.
If you are my friend in London and you want to meet up with me, I'm coming to you guys. At least for the next 2 weeks, starting this weekend, I'm going to be with you guys. It's been long I came to London. I think after COVID I came once, and since then I have not been able to come there. But Charlie, it'll be easy with tickets. Damn! Ha!
So the artist will be don't ask why. Because the A.
No. I think it's crazy.
Somebody said traveling outside is expensive, but if you stay in the room too, the expenses will come to you.
The expenses will come to you.
Yes.
No. Do you know British Airways to London alone is like over 20k?
What?
I'm telling you this.
Charlie.
So if you are getting it least, even at $1,004, if you are getting it least at
$1,400.
Yes.
Don't do the calculation.
I will let him do it. No, it's crazy.
It's 16 cities, so.
As you got to know, I'm not sure that's going to
16, I saw this.
Super is now 17 cities.
What is 17?
Today, Super.
What is Super?
Full.
Do it.
Gosh.
Okay, let me put it on
15. You're doing 15.
1,400.
Bro?
15 times 1,400.
Look at that. 21k, bro.
And
even that is the list.
Yeah, that is the list. So if you are not careful,
So.
you are paying more than that.
So that's to first class.
Oh, Charlie. So please, to all my friends in London, if you don't treat me well,
but it's scary. It's scary.
I have to do a special GoFundMe.
Yeah.
That's why we need to appeal for fast.
Appeal for fast. So I can come and live there in peace. But it feels good. So to my friends in London, like I said, I'm coming to join you guys. It's been long. So I'm ready. Let's meet up. Let's hang out and come and take me out. Let's chill small for just some food. Let me come back.
And for those people who have those works in Kitchen, they always want you to come to London to do them. This is the time to link up. In fact, oh,
their promotions,
yes,
I get it.
They should get in touch.
Those who would want me to promote any stuff,
because when he is going to return it to be like 50K.
Because the Sankofa ad that you did in Dubai was really
dope.
Yes, so if somebody out there in London and has that same entity to promote, Charlie.
Yeah.
No,
that is very well. That's well. So you can contact me. My number is on the screen. And back it to a bien, sir. More from 21K.
Yes.
Wait, so.
Oh, wait, you said this is the list. It's, you know, we are still, as the dollar is still doing press up today.
Not and yet. I think. And the other phone some say we're more paying. Let's move on to Mzbel. Let's move on to Mzbel and Abeiku Santana. So what started off as maybe a playful thing has degenerated into war. What started off as a mere joke, a mere passing of a comment, like we do sometimes when we are interviewing people, has generated into war of words. So it was Chief One of Volta region's finest, went for an interview with Abeiku Santana, and when Abeiku Santana asked Chief One, who would you want to do a feature or collaboration with? Chief One said, oh, Mzbel. Abeiku said, oh, Mzbel, how? Like today's music, Mzbel. And she said, Abeiku said that, would you want to work with someone who is what? A former musician. A former musician. This has not gone down well with Mzbel. Initially it was Nana Tornado who started this whole war. We all thought, oh, Mzbel won't mind. You try home by a crazy quadia, Miss Abaya. Abaya, Mzbel, Bejiwo Yafa. In fact, once we were going, we thought, oh, Nana Tornado, a fire, Mzbel won't say anything. Just a U-turn small, we came, no, Mzbel, salvos, here and there. Was Abeiku wrong in any way? And that is the question I'm asking, straight question. Was Abeiku wrong with that statement he made? Let's watch the video. First, the video with Chief One and Abeiku Santana. Let's watch it.
Do you have in mind any artist that you want to feature or do collaboration with? Do you have in mind any artist that you want to feature or do collaboration with?
For now, I think it's Mzbel.
Huh?
Mzbel. I want to feature Mzbel. That's all.
Mzbel.
Yeah.
Former artist Mzbel.
Yeah. You know,
she's a former artist.
Yeah, but she did great. We have to learn how to celebrate people. She don't have to go before you started saying that, oh yeah, she did this, she's alive, and she did great. For now, I think it's Mzbel.
Huh?
Mzbel. I want to feature Mzbel. That's all.
Mzbel.
Yeah.
Former artist Mzbel.
Yeah. You know,
she's a former artist.
Yeah, but she did great. We have to learn how to celebrate people. She don't have to go before you started saying that, oh yeah, she did this, she's alive, and she did great.
Well, so that was how the whole interview started. When Chief One wanted to feature Mzbel, Abeiku Santana was surprised, and I can't understand Abeiku's surprise, because Abeiku might be thinking, oh, Mzbel is not competitive now. There are other competitive artists that you could deal with. But maybe the usage of the former musician, first, Nana Tornado started the war. Let's listen to what Nana Tornado, Nana Odi, Nana Chenjijia, Nana Automatic. Let's watch what he also said before we go to Mzbel.
Hey, Abeiku Santana. Abeiku Santana. Hey, Abeiku Santana. Abeiku Santana. What siasembeng? Andra, utra radio station ho, ana wudi no. Abeiku Santana. What siasembeng? Andra, young artists no. About radio station no, udi wo no. Obi have a radio station. Now will be said to say, why no nya, obe feature no. Our music industry nim. Now young Aris, he can say, Mzbel, who be say, former Aris. Hey, Abeiku Santana. We are very, very stupid man. Abeiku Santana. You are a very, very, very stupid, useless man. Awo, Abeiku, Mzbel Timpo. Umpo, your friend say, who are former radio presenter. Hey, Abeiku Santana. Who the hell do you think you are? Abeiku. Today, my Jewa with India Rajo. My Jewa with Yandra Rajo. Abeiku Santana. Asamra Okayano. I gave Baku Bonim. Now Abeiku said ya wuti who best my utimpo. Obia Kasa, who your former radio presenter. Abeiku, why do you still think say who your radio presenter now? In your little life, no, or in your miserable life, Abeiku Santana, do you still think in your miserable life, no, you are still a radio presenter in Ghana? That is a no.
Oh, D tornado. If you watch the full video at a point, it's amazing. Like, or drink the next bullet to fire. Hey, drum with me. Hey, that tornado is so dramatic, man. But to me, I do can run and say. Well, so like I said, when we watch this video, it's not, oh, this one there, Mzbel sleep. Someone has fought your battle for you, so just sleep. Oh, you're turning by Mzbel starts to come and see so. And also fire Abeiku Santana. Let's go watch that as well.
Can you imagine say asem way me nka ho hwe. Can you imagine say asem way me nka ho hwe. One Debbie Dama minya chance echo radio so a na nka ma address sa asem way. But me hu say me ni tornado aba be ka ho asem. Enti me be ka kakra afa ho. It's about Abeiku Santana. Anapa way you say enwumre and I'll be sending me video be Abeiku Santana. And you be or grant or big or interview be on you be here abrante be here. Na abrante no e can say onya yanko ni me be nyum and blah blah blah. And Abeiku has only negative something to say about me. I'm sure some of you have seen this video. So who video no dia Abeiku Santana eka safa me ho na ni wi a me pena media to the same platform for ama we ho see me ni wi a me pena media to the same platform for ama we ho see me nka say we are me pena media to the same platform for ama we ho see me nka.
Alright, so that was just a portion of Mzbel's video where she was also throwing some more salvos onto Abeiku Santana, senior broadcaster. I salute him all the time because they are part of a few people who paved the way for us. Always open. Everywhere you meet Abeiku Santana is ready to open up something new to you. So he's a colleague of repute. What did Abeiku say wrong with that comment? Roland.
I am looking at an article right now on Ghana Weekend that was published on 7th January 2020. My music career is on hold for now, and this is from Mzbel. In some light, I want to understand Mzbel and Tornado's anger, but I wouldn't want to attribute it directly to what Abeiku Santana said. That is the former musician tag.
Okay.
Yes, they may not be happy about that particular statement or that tag, but I think the anger that they are exhibiting is like killing a cockroach with a sledgehammer. Because when you look at even the demeanor of Abeiku Santana and the person who he was even asking the question, me myself, when Chief One said Mzbel, I was like, wow. And I did not react that way in a bad light. Everybody has their own way of reacting to shock. And I think that was Abeiku Santana's way of reacting to that same shock I had. Because if Mzbel, even in recent time, apart from her making waves with Asibulanga, the only time she released the song was back in 2018. That is Tongues, when she said she did not believe in God or whatever, until the general elections that she came plain to say that she is putting her music career on hold for now, which is why she even established the Bell Jam Records and outdoor her artist Hartman. You see, so if anybody has any of these information in their head or has in their mind, they would definitely be in that shock when somebody like Chief One, and if Chief One says he wants to, the only artist he wants to feature now is Mzbel, I was also asking myself, like, what is the connection between Chief One and Mzbel? I listened to Mzbel, like, when she was in her prime. Like, she was everywhere. Everybody knows Mzbel. It is the same way Chief One probably might have also listened to Mzbel. And I like the response he gave about him celebrating Mzbel, which is very apt. In fact, that is beautiful. If we have so many of our young musicians thinking like this, then we know that, oh, our future is even secured. Because even in the next generation or the generation to come would even celebrate people like Chief One. Because we have that kind of attitude. If you are able to build that kind of attitude now. So with Chief One's response, I had no problem about it. But the only thing that made me shocked was me asking, trying to find the link between Chief One and Mzbel. Maybe he did not tell us into details how Mzbel inspires him, or what he loves about Mzbel. Maybe that would have informed us as to why he wants to feature Mzbel now and not any artist. Because I'm sure if you go on the street and you even run a poll and put Mzbel in the list, let's be frank to ourselves, let's be real, Charlie. So many people will not vote for Mzbel as an artist Chief One should feature now, if not to honor her or celebrate her. Nobody will choose Mzbel above Black Sheriff, Last Mid, Kenata, who, like anybody, Sarkodie Stonebwoy, nobody will choose any of these guys, Mzbel above any of these guys for Chief One to feature now, especially if you are a music business person and you are looking at cashing into business markets, like you know who to pick at what particular time. So me, I think Abeiku Santana, when he said the former musician, I think he did not mean it in a negative light. Mzbel and Tonado are reacting to this probably because of an experience they have with Abeiku Santana. I think they should rather come clean and give us why they are so angry to the core. Because I think they have some past issues to solve. They have some history maybe we don't know. Which is why they think this is a perfect opportunity to head back. So I don't think Abeiku Santana said anything wrong. Maybe the former musician, it is not anybody who would like it. And that I understand for Mzbel. Nobody likes that because musicians, as we know, they don't retire. Mzbel said her career...
And then they are living in a competitive world.
Yes.
Everyone wants to look good in the eyes of the public.
Mzbel just said her music career was on hold. And now she's even promoting her new song. She's about to release her new song. So definitely when you tag her as a former artist, she will not be pleased. But her reaction and that of her friend, to me, I think is way above. Like way off roof. Which I think it shouldn't be. Yes, they can register their displeasure about how Abeiku Santana tagged her as a former musician. Though, but I don't think it should be with this type of anger.
I see. Well, Barrister, how about you?
It's rather unfortunate that a seasoned journalist like Abeiku Santana would tag a legend, and also a journalist herself, Mzbel, who has started doing journalism way back with.
In fact, I attended
GBC
one of the private journalism training schools with her.
Yes.
Not in the same class though.
Yes.
But like the same school, Manifold,
yes.
Institute, yes. I also did a course there.
Yeah, she's so seasoned to even be tagged in that light. And if you check the repertoire of Mzbel, she deserves to be called a legend, or a living legend for that matter, and who needs to be celebrated. It's Ghana that we don't value or put premium on old musicians, and it is bad. Using the word former on Mzbel was out of place, and Abeiku, who we all respect so much, should have known how to, you know, especially when he was talking to a young guy who is now coming up. So it is okay to say Chief One, like he's matured. He didn't react to whatever Abeiku said. This is somebody who probably would have been influenced by Mzbel. Mzbel has been one of the ladies that, for once, I loved her. I was at a show in 2006 where the crowd were even asking Castro. Castro was, you know, there's that connection between Mzbel and Castro. Castro was the one performing, that after performing, the crowd wanted to see Mzbel when Mzbel was not even with him at the time. So using the word former, for me, it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. And I understand Mzbel, and then Tonado. I don't know why Tonado is in the picture. I don't know why he wants to take the fight.
Yes, Patakojeko. Yeah, that's his name. Patakojeko. Yeah.
I think Mzbel is supposed to respond very well, but looking at how she is, I think she shouldn't mind. She should just create the platform and do the songs with the boy, and it is even going to create numbers for the boy,
especially after this has started.
And Roland said that, look, if you want to be a business person, you would rather choose the young guys over Mzbel. I doubt, and I bet to differ. If you take Mzbel and Chief One, who is also getting these numbers, and he collaborates with Mzbel, a lot of questions will be asked. Why did he do that? And it is going to draw attention even more on Mzbel and put her in that light as well. There are some of our musicians that want to meet up with the old guys. I think there was once upon a time, Sack did a song with Pat Thomas. We did not put Pat Thomas as a former musician, even though he's not vibrant in the system. We see him as such. If, let's say, Shatta gets up today that he wants to do a song with who? One of the old guys.
I was just saying that if it is in the light of you celebrating them or honoring them or trying to pay respect to the dues they've paid in the industry, then that I don't have any problem with it. But if it is about you getting those huge breaking numbers that we think this hot artist would give you or add to your career now.
But do you know,
it is also possible.
I just checked. I was just going to check Mzbel's numbers on even Instagram. Mzbel at the moment has 1.2 million following on Instagram, and at the moment, even if we are talking about those who are releasing songs, apart from that, Mzbel has attention.
Oh yeah, she does.
Based on the little squabbles she has been fighting with Fiat Schwarzenegger and a few people in the industry. So she has some good following. She has some good attention. She might not be hot musically, but if you do something with music, Mzbel now, it is marketable.
Yes.
Of course.
It will be easy to market.
Yes, so that scenario is even wrong. You can't quantify the numbers for now. If Mzbel does a song with Chief One, and then maybe within one day, because of the song and then the caliber of personality involved, and the song hits 1 million, what would you say? Within 24 hours, what would you say? Would that be
Sarkodie's collaboration with the veteran Pat Thomas?
So you can fault them on that.
No, but Thomas can't even be compared to
Mzbel.
Mzbel. Not
on the
musically.
social media
yes.
numbers.
Yes, in terms of social marketing.
There are some of them, they are so big, but their visibility on social media is low. You get it? But Mzbel, who is so active, she understands. She's one of the people from her age group that understand the social media transition very well, and she's taking, like, she's using it so well. Look at how she's promoting the Asibolanga.
Yeah.
As if she's one person who started with the social media. No. But she understands the business. She understands the platform, and she's taking. You see what she has done? She has responded, not because she wanted to, but because she also needs that kind of visibility. So for me, I think that this is the right time. Chief needs to take advantage of it now, and they should forget that. I think Abeiku should come out and apologize to the lady, because that word alone and the demeanor that the former, you know, at least let's try and respect our legends. It's because of some of these utterances that make some of these young guys disrespect some of the old guys. So this is the time we need to celebrate them. And I've been saying that event organizers need to look at these OGs, host a show, because their repertoires are very beautiful. Mzbel can stand on a stage, even if she can do, let's say, an hour or some 45 minutes, people will enjoy her.
She even did one. Is it in the UK or the US?
Who?
Mzbel.
No, that was last year. Ghana Music Awards.
Yes.
I was UK.
She was the toast of the fans.
And the response was
she was the toast of the fans.
And she used to be big in Nigeria as well with this
She's still big in Nigeria.
And if you look at our ladies back in the days, Abriana is now running a pub and stuff like that. But Mzbel is still
Which
in
pub?
The Abriana it's not for her.
No, that is not the Abriana. I knew that was what you were talking about.
Oh, really? I've always been saying the Abriana is for her.
No. I knew the moment you said she's running a pub, I knew you were going to talk about that one at Nyameche.
Dakumasa. It's not for her.
No, that's not Abriana.
Then the person is really catching her. Anytime I go there, I will
But Abriana is still doing music though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I follow her on social media. She Abriana99. She's still in active music.
Yes. So I think Abeiku needs to apologize to the lady, and then they should kill the fire and then hit the studio and do something. This is the time to prove to Ghanaians that she is a legend and she can't be joked with.
All right, thank you so much, young barrister. Thanks to Roland and Martin. Now let's look at our very last story, where still Abeiku Santana is in the news with King Promise. In an interview, King Promise said that when it comes to music, entertainment, and support, nobody beats Nigeria. I know my people, they will either be happy or be sad based on how it goes. According to King Promise, in the showbiz space, music, entertainment, movies, blah, 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 if you are talking about who is showing love, patriotism, and support, Nigeria is #1. Numero uno. Nobody beats them. Now, I watched the video with some feeling that, what is King Promise really saying? That Ghanaians don't support? What Ghanaians are doing for Blacko? Is it not support? What Ghanaians have done for Stoneboy, Sarkodie, Shatawale, Samini, R2Bs, just name them. Is that not support enough? What kind of support or patriotism is he talking about? Because maybe an artist who is in Ghana or who is a Ghanaian will do a song that the people would not like. You say, oh, they don't support you. No, they do support. Maybe what you did, they did not like it. That's why it's coming across like they don't support. Maybe my people also have a different opinion. Let's watch that. We'll come back and wrap up with it.
Between Ghana and Nigeria, if one partner support your artist?
That's a funny question.
Between Ghana and Nigeria, if one partner support your artist?
That's a funny question.
Yes.
You know the answer to that.
Tell us.
You know the answer to that. I feel like Ghanaians, we are very relaxed, if I can keep it real.
Yeah.
We are very calm, and Nigerians are very aggressive with their support and love. You could say they're the most patriotic Africans ever. Do you know what I mean?
What's here? I say Nigerians are the most patriotic Africans ever.
Yeah,
almost dumb mind, dumb.
Like if a Nigerian if a Nigerian is in competition with Drake, no matter how unrealistic it will seem, the Nigerian will tell you Drake will win it. But if it's a Ghanaian in that same space, they will belittle their own sometimes, you know. Like very recently, something happened with me where I was on a certain platform doing certain things, right? And then I go on Twitter, right, and I see same Ghanaians comparing my thing to other people and even calling, like, trying to downplay my thing, right? And just like a week or two after, a Nigerian was at the same place. And then I see, same Twitter, the Nigerians are saying, see our person, he's better than all the other people who has been on this platform. And you're like, see how a Nigerian went on there and it's as if he's the best person to ever do this. And then your own Ghana person, you go on there and they try to say, you yourself, no, who you think say you be? You know, it's kind of sad. I think King Sark said something similar on the internet the other day, and it's become a whole thing. But I support him. I feel like he's keeping it real. And like our people need to know that we need to support ourselves, because that's the only way, you know what I mean, to win together.
Okay. Moma yen support here ho. We ni kwan be fa so anyina e be di nkunim. Nigeria for omo dom ho, omo support omo bo omo ho. Untumi go born Nigeria needing against somebody else or money we need that. No me ba be busa say.
So this was on a special program that Abeiku Santana has been hosting over the years on UTV called Atu. Atu in our local language, you mean like a hug. Yeah, like come and hug you, a big one. About a friendly hug, not the friendly means kind of hug. Not the Atu is the proper one. So you heard King Promise.
Know your own type. King
Promise thinks that when it comes to support, love, patriotism, Nigeria beats us. Young barrister. After you guys are done with your submission, I want to have my session. Well, this one I have my session.
He said what? Nigerians are more patriotic or
supportive.
And supportive. That is a reckless statement to be made.
I think so too.
Yes, it is reckless to make that.
So is he saying that Nigeria has supported him?
Look at the King Promise that you are now.
Who made you?
Are you telling us that you had support from Nigeria, Togo, Benin, and Ghana? If you are hosting the Promised Land show, the patrons are Nigerians.
You see,
sometimes they make some of these ungrateful statements, and then it beats my mind. Because when you are doing shows and you are selling tickets in Ghana,
who buys it?
Who buys them?
You've been doing your show at Teshi or whatever.
That's what is it not Promised Land?
Yes.
And you have numbers. You have people. Is it Nungwa or Labadi? Nungwa.
Yeah,
you have numbers. So if these people would go out and come to all these shows just for you, King Promise, then later you come and tell us that they are not being supportive. What are you trying to tell us? The same Nigerians that you are talking about, they also have the same thing going on in Nigeria. Most of them will also tell you that their people are not supporting them. Get it? So using that phrase that the Nigerians are more patriotic, what are you trying to say? Why will you just sit on national TV and make that reckless statement? I think our musicians need to give us a break with how they attack Ghanaians in recent time, that they are not supporting them.
No,
they took the support of...
What kind of support are they
looking for?
Because if you are a Ghanaian artist and you've had a big song, first of all, your big song did not start from abroad. It started from Ghana. If you're a Ghanaian artist and you are known in the world, you are not known out there better than you are known here in Ghana. How were you known in Ghana? It is through the love and the support that people showed you. So that statement, because what? Few people from Nigeria will come and write some things online, and our people will not write.
No, he said that he did something, he was in a certain space and he did something, and he realized that his people were trying to compare his things and downplay some of the things. If they have every right to downplay your things, if they feel like what you are doing did not meet a certain target, so that one is not support. If they are criticizing you that, oh, this thing, if you would have done it this way, or comparing you to maybe a so and so artist, and you are telling us that that is not support, they should give us a break. Because sometimes, like, I see it as a fan And when such statements come out from the musicians, then I feel so much pain, because we are the one who go through all the hustles, the pains and everything to go for all the shows that you do. And at the end of the day, you sit on TV and say that we are not supporting you. Medical had a show. A certain young guy was there, and then the speaker fell on him.
Yeah.
How many musicians even paid that little guy a visit? He's even rotten.
He's been
we know that story more than anybody.
Yes.
For some reasons.
He's so paralyzed, right?
Yeah, he's still paralyzed. Now he's even on catheter.
That is part of the support. That is the risk some of us take just for some of these shows. So if you sit on TV and say that they are not supporting you, if it is going international, it doesn't take just a show patron in Ghana to make that happen. It takes your plugs, your links, how you need to be connected out there. We are not going to do that for you. If you reach up there and we feel like, okay, fine, our musician is doing so and so there, let's keep supporting, we will do it, and we have been doing it. We can't buy plane tickets and go to UK to go and watch you perform there, because we don't have the means to.
Exactly.
So it is the Ghanaians there, and how many Ghanaians do we have out there who would get that free chance and say, okay, fine, King Promise is in UK, he has a show, I need to attend it. How many Ghanaians would have that free chance? Those few ones that can have the free chance, they are the ones who attend those shows, and you cannot fault them. Most of the Nigerians artists that you see on big platforms, just check the crowd. Like about 70% of the crowd are white. And they know how to deal with it. They have event promoters, they have this and that plug them to get all these big shows that they are playing. So if it is a big show that you want to play, King Promise, when you were invited to the O2, yes, I think it was the video. That the video invited you to the O2. He should come and tell us that Ghanaians did not.
No, was it Whiskey rather?
It was Whiskey, all right. Thanks for the correction. Look at how many Ghanaians even hailed that. We were so happy, like, yo, you were there. So what else do you people want? Should we be coming to your house and be watching for you? Should we be coming and be cleaning your house? Like, what is the support that they need? Should we be buying cars or buying houses for them? What is the support?
No, but the cars and houses, they have enough for it.
Yeah, so what is that support? You said if the Nigerian is in a competition with Drake and it looks so unrealistic, the Nigerian is going to go all out and support. If it is a support that you want from the big guys in Ghana and you are not getting, say it, that there are people who have the money that they are not supporting you. Then for that, we can say, oh, the big guys, we beg you, support our boys. They need some of the money. But it's because of their own ungratefulness. That is why most of these big guys...
And I like this point.
Yes, most of these guys
don't shine away from them.
Yes, most of these big guys don't want to pop in money.
Yeah.
We had Solange. Let me use this example. Solange used to buzz a lot of SM fans to Shatawale's show. What is Solange today?
He's gone.
He's gone. This is somebody who was bent on supporting a certain particular cause. And he was doing everything out of his will. And he was doing it. He was contributing to the industry, but he realized that at the end of the day, whatever he was doing, he was not getting the return. Like logically, he wasn't getting it. So
how do you call it?
The respect alone. Yes, he's not getting it. So he withdrew. There are so many of those people that we can even mention that were out there to do something for musicians. Some of them don't even need maybe a return, but they need appreciation. Some even
they
need
just want something in return.
Mention, yes. Mention their names. Oh, this is the person doing it. They don't get it. So they go back and sit down, and then you come back and then attack, let's say, fans that they are not supporting. It's a rather reckless statement. You shouldn't have even made it. Nigerians are not even patriotic more than Africans. Bros, I mean, if you take music and you take the francophone musicians and their fan base, if so long as you are from Togo, let your music play today and see the number of francophone countries that are going to love you, including France. So it is rather unfortunate to say that Nigerians are the most patriotic Africans. Even the East African countries are not going to be happy with that statement that he made. Because if that East African is the bloc, that if you are coming from Tanzania, Kenyan people love you automatically.
Uganda will
so they have the numbers. Diamond is not even complaining. Diamond. That has huge, yes, Diamond Platinum. Yeah, that has a huge number online. He's not even complaining that he's not getting big shows, he's not going there. But he has the numbers. So, person like this should come and tell us that his people are not supporting him. How many are we? How many are we in Ghana? 33 million. 33 million of brass, I mean, and just some 10 million people, or even 5, or less than the number that are online, buying tickets, attending concerts just for you. Then at the end of the day, you go for show outside. It didn't go on well with you. Then you come back and attack those who are sitting in the comfort of their homes that they are not supporting you. It is recklessness.
Well, Roland, we'll speak finally on this before we wrap up.
On that reckless note, let me also continue. First, I mean, when these people sometimes ask for support, I ask myself, what type of support or what kind of support do you want or do you need? You see, everybody needs support. Everybody needs support. But everybody's kind of support is different. We all have different ways of getting stuff or demanding for stuff. And that is what we want our people to understand.
Okay.
The only time you see a musician crying is when it is against them. That is the only time you see them crying. When it is against them. When the musician is hungry, in his mind, everybody is hungry. When the musician is satisfied, in his mind, everybody is satisfied.
Because they are around,
yes,
laughing and drinking.
That is how
making merry.
That is how they think. You see, he is calling for support, and that's saying some people are more patriotic even than his own people. But I ask myself, I don't remember the last time King Promise did a health work in Nigeria. I don't remember the last time King Promise did a health work in Tanzania or any other country apart from Ghana. All his health work and other stuff, his projects and all that
are all done here.
Are all in Ghana. And yes, he can come and argue that, oh, now I have so many people streaming from here and there and there. You see, when this conversation comes up, I always use this as an example. You see Sarkodie's Black Love concert.
The virtual one.
The virtual concert. It's a clear indication that Ghanaians are very supportive.
I still remember that day.
For us to break a whole international website that has hosted so many bigger artists than Sarkodie.
And again, for a country whose internet penetration has been said to be low.
Low. And the fact that even majority of the people that patronized that particular platform on that day were Ghanaians. And you still want to say the people are not supporting, like they are not supportive enough. Oh, sometimes they should cut me. It is not me from where I sit. Sometimes I don't want to even worry my head because I know where this is coming from. I don't want to even put in feelings to some of these things. But the people that I feel for most are the fans.
Yeah.
Look at the extent at which these guys go to support you.
Yet you are still crying.
Always you brag, me and my fans, me and my fans, me and my fans. And you come and say your fans are not supporting you. Charlie, these are two sharp contradicting statements. So, if you are winning there, it is you and your fans. But if you are losing, then your fans are not supporting you. But have you ever thought of how those people also survive? Or you think, oh, the fact that you are giving them something is enough?
Yeah.
That is what you think. That sense of self-entitlement is sometimes disheartening.
I know.
Chile, they are not supporting. They are not supporting. You can plead with them and maybe encourage them to do more. That is the only thing you can do. But you can't come and say that they are like, how? How? And sometimes when you listen to where these statements are coming from, you ask yourself, like, what again do you need? What again do you need? Because I am sure if that same attention
was given to another person, that one day you will die cry. Do you know the number of upcoming artists that are always angry because whenever King Promise is about to release a project, he posts it online, and some bloggers from everywhere who don't even have any relationship with King Promise are posting it. Yet when these upcoming artists go to these same people, oh, God, post me, then they tend to demand something from them. Does he know how many of these guys are angry at the same situation? And these are all the support. You see, they should have it at the back of their mind that even if they have one person supporting them in any way, it is to the disadvantage of another person or a colleague. They should think about it that way, and they would stop some of these complaints.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the day King Promise is hosting his show, that same day there are so many shows in town. Yet out of that love people want to show you, they patronize yours at the expense of another one. So don't think that you are so superior or you are so special to the extent that everybody should, like, everybody's life should come to a standstill for you. No, it shouldn't happen like that. Sometimes they should learn how to even appreciate the little. You see, I am surprised at the example he cited, that he went on a platform to perform. And he came on Twitter, that is, he came on social media, and he saw people running commentaries and trying to downplay what he did. And the Nigerian went there on that same platform, and he saw a different reaction. You see, in every reaction that comes...
But this is even social media trolls. These are online trolls. And online trolls also is King Promise saying there are no online trolls in Nigeria.
You see, that is what some...
Even we, from where we sit at our end, does he know how many online trolls from Nigeria that we are dealing with?
You see, that is...
I mean, they come to my inbox, some of them have my number, they come and attack me.
You are anti-Nigeria. They just say you are wearing it. They know you can't wear Nigeria. Even if they put it on you, can you remove it? You see, that is one thing. They act as if here is the hellfire and that place is heaven. Meanwhile, you see, when some of our artists make that statement of, oh, if like Ade Nigeria, tell you as if the Nigeria, there's no underground artist.
Yeah, they are there too.
As if that same, these Nigerians come here for interviews every day, and you hear some of these statements telling them that, Charlie, promoting in Nigeria is hell. It's difficult. That means the support even they are seeing is not as what we are seeing. So they even think that our people are even more supportive and responsive even than their people. So they even sometimes come here for that validation and support. And you still want to downplay even the little that you have.
They don't know.
BBR fine. In fact, we at Sammy Flex TV or Flex Entertainment, Ghanaians have supported us a lot. And we are so much appreciative of them. And here we are not even talking about Ghanaians only living in Ghana. Ghanaians living in all over the world.
Yeah, like Dr. Anita, and
they
update
like
everything.
People,
yeah.
In fact, good people all over the world. In fact, that's why they even have to support me to go to London. Alright, guys, thank you so much. And once again, let me take the opportunity to announce that to our friends, our loved ones, our family members, our fans who live in London, I'm coming there next weekend. Starting from this weekend. Starting from this weekend. For the next 2 weeks, I'll be with you guys. Ready for a meetup, ready for a hangout, ready for a link up. Any way that you would want to link up with us, if you want me to promote your stuff, this is the time for us to meet up. And ticket prices are also so high. Support Sammy Flex TV to go to London. We beg you, Pam. Thanks to Roland Amati. Thanks to Young Barrister. Thanks to Digital Rasta Currency.
Professor
Uncle
Yeah, thanks for supporting us. Yes. We had a lot of SM fans coming out.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Shout out to
we had lots of SM fans coming.
Yeah, Prof also supported with some money, I remember. That's why I said, how can we say Ghanaians don't support us? To Richie Flex, Emmanuel Forila PG, as well as Gideon, Neil, I'm testing you guys are wonderful. We will surely meet here tomorrow. So I'll be here tomorrow, maybe on Friday, and the gentleman will take over the show for me to start my journey. But I'll sure see you somewhere when we meet up. My name is Sammy Flex. Subscribe to us, write your comments, and let's do it like we always do it. We're out of here. Good night.